Welcome to The Nooner, a daily dispatch of open-ended ideas from J.E. Peterson, but you can call me Jordan. For best results, head over to Substack, where you can sign up to get the Dispatch's Weekly Digest, which includes some extras that I don't share anywhere else. You can find a link to that in the description of this episode. Alright, here's today. My second best writing advice. Working with the editing committee. Writing is rewriting. I heard that a long time ago and kept hearing it. As a kid, as an adult, as a writer, as a reader. It's catchy, so it feels true. And maybe it is true, but only if we properly define our terms. So, is rewriting the same as editing? Well, not really. Rewriting is just more writing. Here's how it happens. When you start writing something new, you do your best to follow my best writing advice, and don't edit. When you're finished writing whatever it is you set out to write, that's called a draft. Now that you have a draft, it's time to let the editing committee into the room. This is easy because they've been eagerly outside ever since you started. And if they haven't been very well trained, some of them have probably been beating on the door. Anyway, as soon as you open the door, they all eagerly pile in. Once they're settled, you say, "What do you think of this thing I wrote?" They'll have lots of opinions. You listen to all of them, you nod, you ponder, you take some notes. You keep listening until it becomes clear that they're just repeating themselves now, and it's time to thank them for their input and make a decision. Which parts of the draft need to be edited, and which parts need to be rewritten. If you decide that any or all of it needs to be rewritten, then you sternly insist that the committee leave the room again so you can get back to writing the same way you did before until you have a new draft. Rinse and repeat. You do this until you're all done with the writing and the rewriting, which is the same kind of work as writing. When people say writing is rewriting, what they are suggesting is that everything you write once, you'll have to write again. I'm not sure this is true, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you don't let the committee stay in the room with you when you're writing or rewriting anything. The editing committee only gets to stay in the room with you when it's time to edit. Then, together, you'll comb through the draft and collaborate on how to fix all the little mistakes, massage all the awkward turns of phrases, and adjust all missing or extraneous details. Eventually, you, the writer, sans committee, will have to make the final decision about when it is done. No more writing, no more rewriting, no more editing. The editing committee will never agree that it is finished. They'll want to work on it forever. So you'll have to learn to trust your gut to tell you when it's time to send everyone home, put the thing in a box, and ship it. Then what? Well, if you're a writer, you get back to writing. If you like today's episode, I hope you'll share it with someone. No, I'm not asking you to spam your socials. I mean, obviously you can if you want to, but everyone knows a thoughtful, well-timed message can make all the difference in someone's day. So if the spirit moves, send a text. And if you haven't yet, head over to The Nooner on Substack to get access to the Dispatch's Weekly Digest, including stuff like music recommendations, TMI updates from my personal life, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing I like you more than other people. Okay, that's it for today. See you at noon tomorrow.